Good evening. My name is Serena Martin, Executive Director and founder of Mahogany Cares Foundation, Inc. This month, we are featuring survivors of domestic violence. We are in the 31 days of honoring sisters of survivor like me. Today, we have a beautiful guest. She is sharing with us some of the work that she does and some encouraging words. Today, we have author Sathya Callendar.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Serena, for giving me this opportunity. I am I'm the mother of 5 children, the grandmother of 3. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I am the founder of Scars of Survival magazine and the CEO. We launched our first magazine June 1st. Our mission is to be one of the major platforms to help individuals to share their story and giving others the outlet or hope to heal, survive, and overcome. I'm also the founder of Scars of Survival, which is a nonprofit organization. And the mission is to help individuals to heal, survive, and overcome. So the organization was founded in 2016, and we're still moving along with the grace of God. I'm also the contributing author for 5 books, and now I'm working on the 6th one. The first one is called I Am, which is a 31-page book of affirmations. Myself and along with some other ladies put the book together. So there's affirmations and prayers in it as well. And then I'm also the contributing author of now going on series number 7 for God Says I'm Battle Scar Free. And so myself and other authors share different obstacles that we went through, some domestic violence, sexual abuse, neglect, rejection. There's several different obstacles that are shared amongst these series. So now we're working on series number 7, and that's going to be the last one. And just a little bit about me too. I overcame a 9-year domestic violence relationship, and without going into details about it, God kept me, and it was only God that kept me, because had it not been for God, I wouldn't be here today. I had a friend who eventually became he's my ex-husband now, but he helped me to get out of that domestic violence situation. And so, I know people, have a fear of sharing what they're going through from maybe being embarrassed or being judged or whatever the situation may be. But we must find someone that we can trust, whether it's a friend, whether it's a coworker, a pastor, somebody. We have to find somebody that we can trust, somebody that has been through domestic violence and maybe not have been through the same situation, but similar, because we tend to understand and we know what it's like to go through, that. And so we tend to not be judgmental. So I say all that to say, make sure that if you're in a domestic violence situation, that you do find your support system, somebody that you know is not going to judge you. And if you're trying to get out of the situation, to put together a safety plan. In the magazine, Scars of Survival magazine, we do have a safety plan that's in there, and it's a 3-page safety plan. So I welcome you to, access the magazine or get the magazine. If you just need the safety plan and you maybe don't have the funds to get the magazine right now, please reach out to me so I can make sure that you have it, because that's important. You don't need to go and tell your abuser that this is what you're planning to do, because a lot of times when you let it be known that, hey, I'm leaving you, I'm getting out of this situation, it becomes more violent. And unfortunately, some of our survivor sisters didn't, or some of our sisters didn't make it. So you don't need to be sharing. You get your safety plan, make your plan so that you can get out safe. So that's one thing. And then number 2, ladies, when you do get out of domestic violence situation and you survive, make sure to give yourself time to heal before you get into another relationship. And I'm telling you that because if you don't give yourself time to heal, you're going to end up getting into another relationship, and then that one is not going to, it's not going to become successful. It's not going to be healthy. For instance, like I said, the man that is now my ex-husband, but the man that helped me get out of my domestic violence relationship eventually became my husband, and it happened fairly quickly. Okay. I didn't give myself time to heal. And so what happened? I had all of that baggage carry along with me to my new relationship. So here it is. I'm trying to heal from going through all of that and then trying to love somebody that was giving me love, you know? And so how can you expect to love somebody if you don't love yourself? Like, I was still broken, you know? And so eventually the marriage didn't last. And it was for several reasons, but it didn't last. And so I say all that to say, make sure that you heal and become complete before you get into another relationship. It's okay to be alone. We have to learn to love ourselves first. That's a plus. And then put God first in all that you do, because God knows best for us. We think we know what's best, but we don't. So if God knows what's best for us, then why not trust his process, you know, and know that things happen in his time, not ours.
That's right. I think that's why we really wanted to feature and just share a little bit about your story. You're so transparent. And, often we beat ourselves up and say, oh, we made mistakes. We did make mistakes and we'll make more. But it's not about staying in that place. It's about moving forward and
Yeah.
finding that peace, that love, like you said, that self worth. Be patient with yourself like you would be with anybody else. We're nurturers. We love life. We love people, but we got to start with ourselves. And
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that we just, ignore everybody else, but we have to focus and take that time out, a little bit of self-care, a little bit of self-discovery, and really get to know who we are. I
Yeah.
love that you shared that, because a lot of times we want to heal and we want to put it on somebody else. Healing
Right.
is for you.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is for you. So
Yeah.
sharing that, I think, is very important. And that's the whole mission of the survivor like me. Maybe that person doesn't relate to me, but they could relate to you. Your story is a little more similar to what they've gone through, or maybe mine is, or any of the
Right.
other people that we're going to be speaking with and honoring this month. So I really, really appreciate that.
You're
Would you
welcome.
um, mind giving an example of, sometimes we think that we're gonna count on maybe just mom, but mom isn't the person that we turn to. Maybe they're not there yet, or maybe they give information that's not gonna work for us. Sometimes moms, or anybody, could be moms, friends, pastor, counselor, whoever it is, may say you should stay, work it out, those things. Sometimes, it may be somebody else. Can you share a little bit about when you made that decision to leave an unhealthy relationship? What were some of your support systems? What really got you through? Was it music? Was it church? Was it your business? What was that for you?
Well, I'm gonna say this, for me to finally say enough was enough was my kids. You
Okay.
know, my children was the ones that drove me to say enough is enough. That's number one. Number two, the support I had. Well, my mom knew about it. She didn't know all of the details, but she knew I was going through because he secluded me, you know? So my mom knew that wasn't me. And so,
Right.
um, she would, often try to get the law involved. And I was so defensive. Like, I would always, oh no, I'm fine. I was always making up excuses and everything. So although, I had, loved ones there, I kind of like pushed them off because I felt like he was the best thing for me, and that they were not. They didn't love me. They didn't care. They didn't want to see me happy. But in reality, I wasn't happy, but I pushed them away. And so the support system that I actually allowed to come in and help me was my ex-husband. you know? And so once we got out of that situation, he helped me and my kids get into another place. We eventually moved to Fort Stewart, Georgia. We got married. I became a military spouse. But, you know, his patience, him trying to understand what I was going through, you know, me starting my own business. I went back to school, and became a pharmacy tech.
Congratulations.
I thank you. It was just things like that that helped me to get through my healing process. I cried a lot. I communicated a lot. Um, I started allowing other family members back in, my dad, my mom. I was connecting to friends, and, you know, I was able to share my story more and more and more. And so I traveled a lot then. So all of these things helped me to get through my healing process, you know, but it was a challenge. It was still a struggle, because here it is, this man is, you know, trying to love me for me, but I didn't love me for me, you know? So it was like I was rejecting. I had trust issues. I was always accusing him, and it was a lot. Um,
Soon.
and so if I was able to turn it back, I would say I would have took the time to heal first,
Yes.
because you can actually cause that next person to go through emotional abuse and mental abuse because of what you're dealing with, you know, and it's not okay. It's not okay, you know. So, but for me, it was a combination of all of that that helped me to get through my healing, and most importantly, you know, just having that closer relationship with God, and praying to Him and asking Him for guidance. Um, He's the one that showed me what my purpose was. So it was all of that, but most importantly, putting God first and trusting Him and praying and praying and praying some more.
Absolutely.
And, you know, when God gives us that clarification, you know, of why, because a lot of times I would say, why me? You know, but I always would get, why not me? And I didn't understand. Then it was like, why am I going through this? Like, why do I keep sitting here? Why? But now I know my why. But
Yes.
I didn't know then, you know? And so you
Exactly.
pray to God, God will give you the clarification you need. He will help you to understand just why.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you so much. We
you're
appreciate
welcome.
sharing. We know it's not an easy topic, but
Um,
it's not a secret. We have to share in order to save lives. It's that
yeah,
serious. And that's what we're about. That's what you're about. That's how we connected. So we
yeah,
really just appreciate you sharing your story with us.
you're
We're
welcome.
doing some more things this month, and we'll hope that you join us and we stay in contact.
I
And
will.
we wish you the best. Take
Too.
care and talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye bye.